is about making sure that we protect the most vulnerable in our county and to ensure that the legal system works for everybody. We've been hearing from we will hear from some of our representatives today talking about some of their own personal stories. And I look forward to working with the various county departments and the various stakeholders in our community who've been on the front end of making this motion happen today, who have been out there trying to educate our community and educating members of the board. We have the following individuals that will be speaking. Before I want to call on Supervisor Sheila Kuehl, who has co-authored this motion with me today. Thank you, Sheila.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Very briefly, I think over the time that we've been here and for years before, this board has consistently enacted measures to try to protect the most vulnerable in our communities. We've talked a lot about children and their families, about poverty, about foster kids, about sexually exploited kids. And sometimes we do talk about our immigrant population. We don't think of them as being particularly vulnerable across the board. But the evidence has really built up in terms of how they are so taken advantage of by exploiting their hope. I mean, essentially, these are families and individuals who hope to become more and more part of the fabric of America. And they are a little bit at sea about how to get through all the paperwork. And so these fraudulent notarios are taking advantage of their hope and also exploiting them and essentially stealing money from them. So I think it's in the county's best interest to do what we can to regulate this industry, to look at licensure, what kinds of oversight we give, just as we want to prevent fraud in any of the areas. We also made certain that the motion is sensitive to the fact that there's a lot of different communities from a lot of different countries. And so we want to be consistent in helping every person who's been taken advantage. Thank you for allowing me to join this.
No, thank you. We have the follow. Yes, Supervisor Antonic.
Let me also say that it is really dishonest for notary republics to portray themselves as a member of the bar, a lawyer in good standing, when in fact they are just a notary. Anybody can become a notary. There's no legal training, et cetera, et cetera. And to take advantage of these individuals who believe they're going through the immigration process with an attorney are they're being ripped off. And there's thousands, and not just thousands and thousands of dollars, but there's millions of dollars in this scheme, and it's time that it's exposed, and this is a step forward to put light on a group of cockroaches who have preyed upon those who don't have the ability to understand that a notary republic is not a lawyer.
Thank you.
Madam Chair, I would just add to that, we each of us have very large ethnic populations within the confines of our districts, and this does not run to one ethnicity. This runs throughout the system here in Los Angeles County, the largest county in America. So thank you to both of you for taking this very aggressive first step.
Okay, we have following individuals I'd like to call up.